so far today. Let's hope he keeps it going. He's got all his professionals sign writing on the boat now. It's got his livery up there, so he certainly looks the part, and so far he's been driving the part. So we don't see too many people coming to jet sprinting in their first meeting and drive the way he has been, so it's been bloody great. So we're behind Chris today and really hope he continues to get it right. This boat was Bevan's shoulders before this. Bevan's got a brand new boat he's running here today, and Chris picked it up, and he looks like he's been driving for years the way he's come down the inside of the track here. Smooth as. I don't think it's going to take him long, and he's going to be at the pointing end of the stick. Holly, his partner, doing a great job in the nav seat. They spend hours here during the week, walking around the course, trying to measure it, work the rotations, work out the numbers, and he's looking tidy again. This is the hairpin. This is the one that's getting them all out. Lovely out of there. Again, looks like he's been driving a Jetsprint boat for 10 years. He's getting around the top of the park. 3 corners to go, hold it pinned, and all he wants to do is try and bring his times down. And I think he's been doing that quite easily. So let's see what he can bring it home to today. Should, if he can break us up 51.158. Well done, Chris. That's still coming down. His last time there was a 52.652, so he's just knocked another second off his best time. That's all you've got to do in this game, just keep chugging down, because after lunch, once you've had the pit walk and got to view all these teams and boats, guys, we have one more qualifier, and then it is into straight cutthroat finals. We've lost a couple of boats already early today. Craig Shaw from Wellington, unfortunately, he's got some engine issues, so we're one short in the Group B. So if you are following your program, you'll see that Craig Shaw won't appear. And now we've got the Flounder Pounder, the boys from Hastings, the youngest guys here, 16-year-old brothers racing for their first time this year. Got a third at Bay Park, a little bit of slip off the line, might add a bit of grass or something in the unit, but they're firing up. These are the Simmons family. There's 3 boats in this family, and that was Pip's boat that Richard Burt was in just before. Nice, tidily down the end of the track. These guys are running an LS engine, so it's the cheapest way to get a motor, $5,000 to $6,000, and put it in your boat and run, and it just be smooth. And smooth as what they have been from day one since they come racing. Oh, lovely, that hairpin, look at that, just made it look simple. Top end of the course, some of the times that these boys have been doing today, they're just aiming to coming down and down and down. So I can't see 50, was a 50 flat last time. Can they do it as they come round? Oh, easily, 47.976. So there you go, 2 seconds off their best time. So that's what you see when you get the young fellas. They're just going to keep going and going and going. So long way to go. But they certainly look like they want to sniff at that podium again. Well done, Ollie. Anyone wanting any food or to try and support the basketballers over there, they're flat out under the green, easy up by the Altherm signs at the kart track there. Come and see them. They're doing bacon, egg sandwiches, steak sandwiches, and sausage rolls, so they're fundraising for a big event they're going to. So support them, people. You can cross those plastic barriers and go and get a nice home-cooked feed from the guys. Okay, Carl, the Beaver Reliever. Not sure where that one comes from, the Beaver Reliever, but he's been pedaling well and bringing his stinger boat out. A lot of rookies this year. We've got 3 brand new rookies at Group B. Carl Beaver, obviously the boys in Flounder Pounder you just saw, and then we saw Chris Rasmussen. So as we can see, a really popular class for people to come and enter our sport and join. Generally what happens from there, they end up progressing through Group A, Superboat, and obviously go around the world racing. So we welcome anyone that's interested in getting into Jetsprinting to go to jetsprint.co.nz, have a read up. You'll see boats for sale, you'll see ways to get into Jetsprinting, and obviously it's a big family sport and a lot of families in here racing. Carl's got it, we've got the ladies up the wrong way here. He knows he's gone wrong too, so can he get back on track? Who knows what there. They'll go and take him up the top of the course now. This is really going to rattle him, undo his sign, but the sign of a good driver is someone that can get back on track. No, she's taking him back round again. It's really going to choke the time. All he wants to do is, yep, we're back on. We've got arms down, so he's alive. He's only got 3 corners to go and the track's finished anyway, so happy filthy about that. There you go, Carl gets a time on the board. It does count. Every qualifier does count, so we like them to chip away. So it's great that he managed to get back on track and finish tidily. We've got 4 or 5 boats to go in the Group B category. Obviously, White Noise, Wanganui boat. Hayden Wilson won the last meeting at Bay Park. Had a year off, had a bit of a break last season, and came to the first two rounds. Looked a bit, it looked like he'd just been missing in the paddock for a few months, but then came out at Bay Park and just wiped the floor with everyone. So I'll be really interested to see how Hayden comes today, sitting along beside his sister. So great that another family is in there having a go. So beautifully out of the park. Got loads of experience, Hayden. He's been around for a long, long time. His engine builders, Tim from Engine Builders Wanganui, lovely up down inside the pork chop. An older hull, quite an old hull, one that's been around for many years, but it's won a lot of cups, this boat. So perfect in the Group B, and it's been favourable to him and his guy, his great mate Jerry Linklater, who was in front of him. They both won New Zealand championships in this boat. Same engine, same boat, same engine builder. So it just goes to show you don't need the biggest budget to do it. He's making this look extremely easy and got a great split time of 34 as he gets up the top end of the track. He'll bring it home. His best time today is a 46.709. He's going to be outside that this time, but certainly going to come around with a 50.394. A little bit of work to do. I don't know, he took his gas pedal out. Like I say, previously he'd pulled out a quicker time. There's nothing wrong with that. A 50.394 for Hayden. So a lot of those boats starting to sort of jam up at the top end, bit of a log jam around that 50 to 49 second mark in the Group Bs. And then of course you look in the Group As and it's so close. We've got 44s and 45s, nothing in it, 100ths of a second for 6 boats. So some of this racing today is just going to get better and better and tighter, and they will push harder and harder. T&T, great grandpa. Graham Jones, been around for many moons. He doesn't like racing night meetings, old Grambo, so struggles to see a bit, but I'll tell you what, he's got a beautiful boat, T&T. This thing's nice and quiet, pedals well. Really likes our track. Sprint Tech out of Peter Coey's tables. And as you can see, it sits beautiful in the water. Engine run by a good friend of his up Rotorua. And this thing's always been a top package, running all the full Motec system in it. So one of our higher spec Group B boats. And again, had a lot of time on the podium. Be interesting to see where he sits in the split because he's, like I say, there's a big group of them, lovely out of the hairpin, made that look easy. Massive group of them. 32, so he's right on for a good run here. We've got another sub 50. Can great grandpa bring her home? 2 corners to go, down the top end and through the split easily with a 48.450. That's one of the better runs we've had here today from Graham. He'll be over the moon with that. Ray will be absolutely smoking with that. So we've got Jacob, the fastest time earlier in the day with a 47.976, but Ray Thompson there with a 48.450 has popped himself into P2. So a little bit to go, nothing in it. So we've got 47.976 for the top ones, 48.50. So we've got 2 to 3 boats to go. Good local boat coming out here, Greg Reardon, Dawn Herb. Another LS engine. Had a few issues with fueling earlier in the week. It's a fuel-injected LS engine. Beautifully prepared. Greg's put a lot of hours into this, and Ben Local gets around the paddock good. Good start. Doesn't sound like it's got that frog in the throat like it had earlier. Down the centre of the track, no problems with the rotation. Looking like a good clean run so far from Greg. Dawn not having to push too hard with the old Navies. I can't see too much going. Oh, a bit of a double thought up the top end of the track, but they got it back. Hairpin into the mouthfresh hairpin. Oh, he went way deep out there. Cost himself a second. Probably too far away. Still got away with it, but I would have called that the long way around the hairpin. Top end of the track, around Altherm. He should stay on it now to bring it home. He's going to have a bit of work to do to catch Uncle Ray. Brings around the top. Finish for a sub 50. We got a 50.218. Not quite there, but very close. As I said, there's nothing in these boats, these Group Bs. We've got 2 now at 50 and 1 at a 49. Couple to go. I think we got 3. We got Buttercup. Daniel Reid coming off a trailer. Local favourite. Been right there the last few meetings. Buttercup will put everything into this. He's determined to finish on the podium today. He wants to knock his old mate Hayden Wilson, who took the old victory off him at Bay Park. Buttercup a close second, so he'll be chasing home track, pushing hard. Nothing left. Daniel Reid, an aquaholic, a namely boat. He likes the odd beer or two, Buttercup. As he gets right up and down the track, he's not scared of this thing. As you can hear, she's revving beautifully. I haven't heard him lift yet. Just then, straight up the top end of the course. Narrow cut through the fast bit down to the split. Looking nice, revving nice. Hairpin. He won't go as deep as Greg. He did. He's right out the back, but he got away with it. There's a good half a second there, but I think it's going to bring him back. Can't believe how deep he went out the back of that. The engine sounds like it's really working well with the jet unit, as you can see, and the boat's nicely trimmed, not pushing any water. Bringing it around for the home finish. This is going to be a super quick time. 47.534. Buttercup, Daniel Reid, straight to the top of the podium. That is a P1 position, so he'll be very, very happy with that. It's his best time of the day so far. So, Buttercup laying it down. 3 boats to go. Paddy Hayden, Bevan Schuler in his brand new machine. First run here today. He's had a few teething problems. Had a steering disconnect on him earlier. But here's my favourite, and my favourite wife coming off Kilmanell in Gill Talk, the bright pink machine, all girl team. Kelly and Cherie. They've been pushing hard, had a couple of bad runs the last 2 meetings, but brand new boat. Tim Patterson has worked his little bum off trying to get this boat ready for today, and Kelly's confidence is getting better and better, so let's see how she goes. I had a little word with her earlier and said you need to get on the jandle and stay on it and start working early, so she's been working on 2 seconds each time. The boat looks really settled in the water, so looking good. So far, so good. She's chasing a 47. There's a bit of work to do, but she's certainly staying on as it comes up the top end of the course. Haven't heard a lift again, which is great news. Kelly's staying in it. Hairpin. They all went deep, the other 2. Can she not go that deep? Nice, out of there. That's good. That's gained her half a second there. Back on the juice. Bring it home. She stays on the throttle here. We've got a split of 34. She's down maybe a second on Buttercup there at the split. Here comes the mighty pink machine as she wounds it up now. A little bit of work to do to get around to a sub 50 and 50.278. So still 2.5 seconds away from the boys, but she's bringing them in slowly but surely. Half a second at a time. I'll be happy with that.
Yeah, winding it back in again, mate. I thought I'd just go for a bit of a wander myself and have a bit of a look around, mate. This is an awesome day. A bit of cloud coverage, a little bit of sunburn happening out there for me, you know, a bit of ranger. So, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you get the slip, slop, slap action happening and keep the hydration up as well. And, mate, the burger I had, that was sensational.
Best burgers in the Naki here, mate. She's all good.
Number 3 foods, go and get one off there, Bevan. Sure.
It's good to see old Bev back here. Had a bit of a hard luck down this new boat. The steering wasn't connected properly and got that on, and a switch let him down in the last one. So this motor he's got on this boat is actually Ross Travis's New Zealand Championship winning Group B motor. So
yeah,
this package is could be an absolute weapon.
So, yeah, Bevan, just got to get through those little gremlins. You always get these gremlins when you put a new boat, a new package together. So, but, yeah, Bevan will sort it out. There's no doubt about that. very competitive man. Of course, Shula Concreting, if you want to get a hard on, go and get that, because the concrete does well there, Bevan Shula. So, look, I like the way that he's going about it. It's good to see that this boat has settled down a lot now, and he's just going to get confident from here on in. The way he's going, I wouldn't be surprised if we see him in the top 9.
I'll tell you what, a 49.144, that was his best run of the day. He'll be over the moon with that. And like you say, Bevan Shula Concrete for the best lay in town. Give old Bev a ring.
Now, it's just been pointed out, ladies and gentlemen, that as Shrek has pointed out, that Kelly Manel is his favourite wife, and he's now been questioned on how many wives he's got. So I know that should have remained. That's only a conversation between you and me, mate. We're not going to. I won't speak out of school. I'm just looking at you while I'm talking to you.
I like it. It's funny what comes out of the gob.
Yeah, that's right.
Paddy Hayden, check out these helmets, guys. They got the full skin-do heads, punk rockers. I don't know what you call them, but he's a peddler.
There's a bit of Sid Vicious action going on there, and maybe even a bit of young ones if you're old enough to remember the young ones on telly. But a bit of Rick Mail action going on there, but Clearview PSP Building Grandsons. And look, Paddy Hayden, he doesn't wear the number 1 on the roll cage for no reason at all. Very aggressive drive here at the moment, and just eased it off coming into that left-hander. We've seen a couple of people do that to good effect, and Paddy Hayden is really being a bit of a blouse around that hairpin.
I think he's playing his cards pretty close to old Paddy, and as you can see, he's got a hell of a weapon there. The jet unit hooks up to the motor, but you can see he's playing a bit of cat and mouse. He's on, he's off. He'll be there at the end of the day. He's just not wanting to come. But a 46.338. I mean, there you go. Whip down the fastest time. P1 straight to the top, and there's still plenty left after seeing that.
Yeah, no doubt about it. But the one thing is he was really soft into that hairpin, and yet it worked to really good advantage. Some of these guys going in there